This is a 5-piece kit. Comes with the large trapezoid, the square, the cup holder, also the cell phone holding tray lip, and in the back seat, the USB port. Everything in molded carbon fiber. It's a great fit. It sure looks great with a carbon fiber dash, carbon fiber mirrors, self-installing. Just place it down. Sticky backing, double-sided tape. We wanted to explain a little bit about this material and why it's flexible. Most carbon fiber is stiff. It's called the dry way of manufacturing, or dry forming. This is actually, as you can see in the diagram, the carbon fiber layer is 0.2 millimeters thin. It has a 0.001 coating on top of it, as well as 2 millimeters of resin rubber, which is the polyurethane. And on the very bottom is double-sided adhesive tape. So this shows you how the carbon is embedded and it is coated and protected. We think it's a perfect fit. It's flexible. It can be wrapped somewhat around things, but with the curvature of our center consoles in our Model 3, we think it's going to be a great fit and everyone's going to love it. We are going to be shipping it in glossy and matte. Thanks again for checking in. And we're here in our showroom in Southern California. If you're ever nearby, please come by and see us. And we wanted to explain a little bit about the interference. If you do have your Model 3 and you use your key card to start your car, you are going to have radio interference with carbon fiber over the place where you touch your key card to start your car. If you enter your car from the outside and get in and drive away, and you don't have a cell phone, but you use your key card, you won't have a problem. If you sit in the car for a while, you will. This signal that's being emitted below the armrest will not go through our carbon fiber. So you have the option to reach outside your car, touch it on the B-pillar, and you're fine to start the car. Or if you carry a cell phone, you'll never have to use this. We did want to make this clear. We're going to make another video that's going to be a different tab on this product item to explain the options for this. Thanks again, and now let's show you how this installs. Hey, it's Mark, RPM Tesla. We're really excited to show everybody today our molded carbon fiber center console kit. This is a 5-piece kit with real carbon fiber with a polyurethane cover over it, scratch resistant, abrasion resistant. It looks great. It matches the dashboard perfect. If we look over here, this is a matte dashboard. This is a swap out dashboard that we sell. And we're going to show you how to put it on, show you what it looks like before and after. And also we offer it in 2 finishes. So let's start with taking it out of the package. What you're going to get 5 pieces of carbon fiber. This is our matte finish. And so you're going to get on the chipboard 5 pieces. This of course is the cup holder. This is the back seat USB port. And this is the flexible cell phone holding clip. So these are all matte and they have a light shine to them, or a slight satin shine. And this is our glossy version. So the glossy, as you can see, is 3-dimensional. It's deep. You can see way inside of it. It looks multi-layered, where this is a flatter surface. Both of them will reflect light. This one will reflect more sunlight than this, but again, it is down on the center console, so we don't think that it's much to worry about in terms of bothering your eyes. But again, this is real carbon fiber all the way through with a urethane coating on top. We just removed this glossy one from the vehicle to install the carbon fiber matte finish. So let's get started. After you take it out of the bag, you're going to notice a soap solution. Like, you're going to say, why did they give me some soap? Well, we're going to make this installation so easy nobody's going to believe it. By taking this soap solution and mixing it with water, you're going to have a bottle of soap and water, and it's going to allow us to put it on in a way that's going to make it super easy, nothing to worry about.
and much easier than any other center console out there, including our wood version. So let's get started with preparation. Everything has to be removed from your center console. We recommend using our alcohol preps that will be in the bag, and also rubbing alcohol. Just spray it on the center console, wipe it off. This will help get rid of any grease, debris, oils, fingerprints, and make sure you get a good, clean adherence. Okay, then you're going to take your soap solution and you're going to pour all this into a bottle of 32 ounces of water to make the slip solution. So this is called the slip solution. We're going to spray that on the center console when you're ready, and then it's going to help us to just align the carbon fiber pieces in a way, and it's going to make it super easy. So let's start with the curved piece, or we call this the flip drawer. So our flip drawer with the full flocked sides is coming out soon. It's a little drawer that fits inside, but just take a look how this fits. Now you might want to take this out of the bag before you try to install it to take a look at what you've purchased. You can always send it back. We have a 100% satisfaction guarantee policy. So we suggest before you try installing it, just take everything out and take a look at what you purchased and how it's going to go on, and see if you like the look of it. So you can take off all three of these big pieces and just lay them down right on the cup holder, right on the center console flip, and right on the trapezoid. Take a look at what we sent you. Take a look at the finish. Take a look at the product and make sure you want this on your car before you start putting it on. So it's going to fit absolutely perfect. We're edge to edge. It makes this flush, so it doesn't seem like these areas are recessed from the rails. So we think that this height and this width and everything about each one of these pieces we've carefully designed to be a perfect match. And again, if you like it and you want to move on with the installation, then let's start with the first piece. And I think the flip drawer is a great one to start with, because you're going to be mounting it on here. The drawer is going to go down inside, and we're going to put it right on the edge. So it's going to be sitting right flush with this edge, and you can see how nicely that closes, and you can see how nicely you're going to be able to move it back and forth to make it fit perfect without showing any of the glossy sides. So again, let's get started with that. And right now we're going to peel off the backing, and as soon as we do that, we're going to put it down on top of here, and we're going to show how the slip solution is going to allow it to slip around to get it right where you want it. All right, so let's get started. So just simply peel off a corner. Comes off really easy, and the entire backing has a very nice thick layer of 3M double-sided tape on it. So this is actually tape that's holding itself to the carbon fiber polyurethane part. Again, this is very stiff. It's easy to control. You can put your fingers on the edges. You can put your fingers on the back. We have a huge 8 or 9 inch squared area that's going to hold on. So now we want to use the slip solution, and we're going to simply spray it in a fine mist over that compartment and just plop it down. Now look how this moves around. It has a little layer to glide around on, and if it gets stuck or it gets sticky and it's not moving around, just put a little more of your slip solution down. You can put some on the back of here, and again, this is very tacky, so we didn't want to do it as a dry installation. We wanted to make it wet because wet is easier. All right, so now we're centered. We've got a tiny little gap on each side. You might want to use like maybe a great business card and make sure you're clear here, you're clear here, you're not dragging. And then it's just a matter of maybe make it wet on top, use your hands, and just push it all down. The adhesive bond is going to grab to the glossy finish, and once it dries out, it's going to be holding on perfect. But we think this is the best way to get a perfect flush mount on here. Look at this edge here. You can see even close up, it's perfectly square. It's hanging over the edge perfect. Then you can push down on it, apply some pressure here, And look at that. That looks awesome. Again, look at the reflection in the light. You can see the matte finish is really nice. No shine, no reflection like glossy. But it is a little two-dimensional instead of three-dimensional. Now, we'll go over the top trapezoid piece, as we like to call it, one more time with our alcohol. And that is prepped, ready. Evaporates really fast. Then we grab our trapezoid piece. And again, it's a beautiful piece of carbon fiber with the 3M backing on it. Peel off the corner and get ready to lay this one down. And again, don't worry about getting your fingers on it. There is so much surface area to hold on. It doesn't really matter if your thumb's holding onto it or not. Now, slip solution, spray it right on. Put a little on here. And now we have control to install the carbon fiber piece. So if you look at the bottom of it close up here, you can see that I'm moving it around. It's wet, it's damp, and I'm plopping it down after I turn it right and left, and just stick it right down there once you know you can't see any reflection. And then open it up, grab it here, make sure the edge is perfect, not hanging over. You don't want any drag when both of these drawers open. And put your fingers up the sides. Make sure you're not hanging over one edge or the other. And that's it. It's on here perfect. Again, if it was off-centered, just lift it up, put some water under it, and slide it around. But since the installation here is great, I'm going to make the top a little damp, push down like a squeegee would. And this is, again, pressing the adhesive to the glossy black plastic, and it'll start grabbing. And overnight, it'll dry perfect. And then we even made a removal video, so it's super easy to remove. Let's look at the next piece, which is our cell phone holding clip. So we recommend that you slide it to the left, take it off. And this is a real small piece, but again, we wanted it to match perfect and wanted everything to match, including the back USB port. So with this one, I don't think you need to necessarily get it wet. You can if you want. Just peel off the backing tape, and we're going to hold it like this, and you're basically going to line it up from top and bottom. If it does stick, just pull it off. So you just hold it up like a rectangle, almost a parallelogram, and plop it down there and there. And it's designed to fit perfect. It doesn't go all the way down. It's designed to cover the visual area, or the visible area. And just press it down. It's a real nice material. It molds, it bends, it flexes. This is flexible carbon fiber, again with a polyurethane cover. And that's it. You're done. It's so small, there's no point of putting water on it. Slide it back in place. You're good to go. We've got these two beautiful pieces down, and just look at this. Doesn't this look amazing? Man, we're really proud of it and really happy how it turned out. So now the cup holder area. This is really simple, and again, nothing like one of our wraps because this material is so thick. And again, then the back seat, we'll put this piece on last for the USB port. But again, just put it down and you'll see how we designed this to fit. It's edge to edge, it drops right in, making this lip flush. Instead of having a centimeter gap, now we've raised it up to make everything fit really nice. And everything's gonna fit perfect. So with this install, same thing. We're gonna make it wet, we're gonna slide it back and forth until the peninsulas line up perfect, and then we'll be good to lock it down. All right, so now let's peel off this edge and we'll put down our cup holder piece. And after we're finished, we're gonna explain about the key card and all about your options on that, and how it will be slightly affected by this product. So let's finish this up. Peel off the backing paper. And now we're ready to install it. Slip solution, a little bit of slip on here, a little on here. Just a fine mist. And drop it down. I mean, look at that. Look at the installation. Look at how easy it is. So now you can slide it around. So I like to grab the back, put the peninsulas there, slide down the edges, maybe lift the front up here, and then adjust this to right where you want it, and then slide the back down. Again, it does slip slightly. If you add more solution, it'll slip more. All right, piece one inside. And again, this is all unedited. This is a first take version, and we don't try to cut. Sometimes the phone rings, and press it all down. Now again, alignment on this is the front edge. So this lip is designed to fit perfect on here. So this should be right on the edge, and this should be right there. And again, you can adjust it if you want it to come closer or further. You can always just lift it up. Remember, it's not stuck down yet, not until the water evaporates. So if you use something like this, and you want to get underneath it to lift it up, you can just pull it up, put some more water under it. You want to have adjustments. You want to be able to really dial it in, so to speak. So flip that up, put this down. Now you see how this moves around? You want to have some play in it until you're absolutely positive you like where it's at. And the cup holder area. Now we weren't able to design this to roll inside all the way because it is thick and it sits on the outside. But now look at how, again, I just put it down, and this is probably the best way, is to slide it back and forth and get that up here where you want it, get this where you want it, check the front lip, make sure everything is perfect, and make sure that you're nice and parallel across the top. And again, there's the bottom. Check this side, make sure it's centered here as I move it back and forth. There's always a little bit of play, and once that's where you want it, and we slide it down this way, so there should be no slack in the top or the bottom, and that's it. Now we just start drying, and with slow, gentle pressure on all these edges. We're pushing the water underneath to the edges, and then we're using a towel or something like this, like a squeegee. And we'll also probably be giving away number 3s, or the 3 bars, the Model E, in case people want to use this silver display as a guide to put your 3 bars. So we will make this an option. You can say yes or no or none, but we do it with all the center consoles, and we'd love to to give away the Model E 3-bar symbol. All right, I mean, look at that. Look at it from all these different angles. I'll swing it over here and just see how nice it is. A little, brighten it up a little bit. And again, this is the matte finish. And when you go right up from this matte finish to the dashboard, you can see it's a perfect match. Of course, the pattern runs from lower left to upper right. And this is a matte dashboard. And this is matte. And it looks great. Okay, I'm trying to think if there's anything else we should be talking about besides the small port in the back. But doesn't that look great when you open it up? Just hit the button, flip drawer opens. It's all real carbon fiber. We think the car should have been designed with this option, and we understand it might be coming out next year. And the last but not least is the port in the back. So let's put that one on. If you use a heat gun and you want to remove your carbon fiber center console full applique, this is a glossy version. Just simply warm it up. Warming it up will help liquefy the adhesive like we're doing. And then just start with a corner and peel it down. And then peel it down and use the heat. Keep it going warm. And as you pull it off, the adhesive should stay on the carbon fiber. And hold it down like this. I'll lock it down. And you can simply pull it right off. No damage to it. You can switch it out, change it over to white. Any other center console wraps. And if you don't use some kind of heat, you're going to leave some of the adhesive on the center console, like this one that we removed from an earlier prototype version. So all this remained because we did not heat it up. So it'll come off. It's not going to damage anything, but your fingers are going to get raw and you're probably going to get a blister after doing this. But once you clean it all up, just use some alcohol on it, rubbing alcohol. It'll get all the residue off, and then you can put on something else. But this is just a possible way to remove it, showing that the surface is perfect even after weeks.